Man, y'all frying fish or got something on the grill? I'll be through there.
All right, that's what them ribs looking like. What you say now? Boy, that thing gonna eat good when I slice through that thing right there. I'm just saying. Happy Labor Day to all y'all out there. Holla at your boy, Milbo. Won't he do it? Yes, he will. Milbo, what you doing, buddy? Man, it's Labor Day weekend. About to get that grill going. You see what we doing. Got that one right there for my ribs. And that one right there for my chicken. About to get it on. I'll let your boy. Getting ready to do that thing. Memorial Day weekend. What we got there? Cowboy brand. Oak and hickory. Hardwood. Lump. Charcoal. Y'all don't know nothing about that. Getting ready to do it. Been already clean that green egg out. About to put that charcoal in there. Doing ribs today. But I'm gonna be on that Tomahawk Steak tomorrow. Got my convection plate in there, and I got some maple and some hickory chunks to put in there for that smoking flavor. Let me get it right. All right, it's been about 15 minutes. I lit this coal in 3 places and let it go for about 15 minutes, and now should be good and hot. I'm gonna just spread it out, then I can put my convection plate in there. A little bit of a trick of the trade on the big green egg. You got that convection plate in there, and now I do have like the full dropping pans, and that's a little bit of expensive, but this is just a nice little cheat right here. If you don't want all that gook from your ribs, the drop-ins, and that chicken juice and all of that, put you some foil over your convection plate. Helps with the cleanup. I'm just saying. Now, those other ones that you can buy from Ace, Big Green Egg brand, let me show you those. That's going to be these right here. Now, that's going to cost you a pretty little penny, but it does the same job. This will keep all that grease from rolling out all over the place, but it does get full after a while. After about 2 or 3 uses, and you got to use another one. It does come with like 4 or 5 in the pan, but also, like I say, a little cheat code, save yourself a little bit of money. Do that right there, and then you can just pull it off and throw it away. I believe she's ready. Let's go in with that plate. All right, we're following the same procedure on the little mini egg right here. This is the large big green egg, and that would be the extra large big green egg. If you're a real grill master, you might also have your fan out here too. Cool you off a little bit. I'm just saying. Standing around the grill, you're manning the grill. The big thing with the big green egg is you don't have to really stand here that much because you don't get a whole lot of flare-ups. Once you kind of get your temperature where you need it to be, you put your stuff in there and let it ride, whatever your desired amount of time is. I love it. I don't think I go back to anything else. Big green egg. But on the small one here, I think we got pretty good coverage. I only lit this in one place since it's smaller. I'm gonna spread that out, and I think we're gonna be ready to get some chicken going over here. Same thing on this convection plate here. You can see this one, we got a lot of little gook on it already. I'm gonna clean that off a little bit, and then put my foil on there, and we're gonna roll with it from that point. All right, I'm at my optimal temperature. I usually try to be at about 275. I'm gonna put my ribs on, and I usually let my ribs go for like an hour, 15 minutes, hour and a half. And then I'll give it one spritz. I'm going to take them off and wrap them. Then I'll let it go for another hour and a half wrapped. Then I'll take it off, sauce them, throw them back on the grill, let them tack up a little bit, get a little bit, stiffen up, because they'll get real tender in that foil. But then after you take them out the foil, put them back on the grill, for about 15 minutes. So total cook time about 4 hours. All right, what we got here? We got wings. Get all the seasoning on this last night, so I've just been marinating. Got the wings, got the legs. This all the little strips I cut off the ribs, all that overage that'll mess up getting burned or whatever. I stripped that on off, and I'm just gonna cook that separate on the grill. Then I got ribs right here. You can hear my wife in the background talking about she's seasoning. I don't know why women always be trying to get in on this, you know what I'm saying? They won't let a man have nothing, but it's all good. She do a pretty good job on the seasoning. So I'm gonna unwrap these and put them on the big green egg. Again, my temperature is perfect, and I should have burped that first. Some people lay their ribs flat on the grill because I got really some big slabs here. I'm gonna cut in 4s. I'm gonna use the rib rack for mine. Need to turn that over though. See if we can get that turned. Like that. Now those ribs go in there. Section off like that. Let's get the ribs on there. All right, we got those ribs loaded in the rib rack. We're gonna close her down. We're gonna go for 1 hour 15 to 1 hour and 30 minutes. At about 90 minutes, 65, 70 minutes. I'll spritz these one time in full cook time, 1 hour 30 minutes. Then we're gonna wrap them. The temp went down right there because you had the lid open, but as soon as it closes, it's gonna go right back up. You can see it moving now. Should settle down at about 275. That's how you control the heat temperature right there. If you open that up, it'll burn hotter. You choke it down, burn cooler. You can do the same thing at the bottom. Use both of them in conjunction. Close that off so it's not sucking as much air in, and choke that down on the top so it's not funneling so much air through. So I got my wood chunks in there, so we should be getting some good smoke on those ribs. All right, now let's check over here and get this chicken going. So my temp's up a little bit here. I'm gonna have to bring this down a little bit. Usually do my chicken at about 300, and let's get it on there. All right, good people, it's time for the spritz. It's time for the spritz. Got my temp just about where I want it, to 75. See what we looking like. Wow. Oh yeah. Got that little extra piece right there that we had to cut off because it was this was spare ribs, and it had a little extra meat going there, so I had to cut that piece off, and ran out of space on my little green egg over there, so I had to add some chicken over here. But them ribs looking good. Another 30 minutes. We're gonna wrap them boys and put them back on here and let them get tender. But right now it's time for the spritz. There we go, my trusty bottle. What you got in that spritz, Mealbo? Oh yeah, I got 2 parts apple juice, 1 part cranberry. I got maybe 3-4 tablespoons of Worcestershire, a little bit of soy sauce. Then I added some apple pie moonshine I got from the Sugar Land up in Tennessee. And shake it all up, and that's what we got. So I got my spritz on there. Let that go for another 30 minutes. Come over here to my chicken grill. Remember to burp it. I'm trying to do better. This one cooking a little bit faster. But look at it. Don't she look good? Boy, must not hurt yourself. I'm just saying. Go ahead and spritz that thing, Mealbo. Already turned this. Y'all missed that on where y'all were. Already turned these over. Spritz it. Got another 30 minutes. And we'll check it for doneness. Wow. Just like that. All right, my good people. We're sitting at 1 hour on the chicken, on the big green egg. Let's take a look at it. Get our burp on first. Safety first. Boy, that thing looking right. I'm going to turn it one more time. Let it go for 15 more minutes. But she's looking right. You see it. Ooh, that big green egg do a number. Let's get that spritz on there. Now I'm going to come back and I'm going to mop this with a little bit of barbecue sauce. Get this turned. Oh yeah, she's looking right. Now one thing I try to do is try to keep it on the right side so you know when you done turned it. So you can see like the drumette is up on the upside on most of these. I just turned that one and that one. And so now when I turn it, I know it's been turned because now the drumette side is facing down. That's how I do on my wings now. You might have your own process on what you follow. That's how the Mealbo do it. Now, I don't have such a process on the drumette, on the drumsticks, because they look the same whether you turn them or not. All right. And I tell you that fire is hot. I ain't lying. All right. Get a little spritz on this side. We'll come back and hit that with a little barbecue sauce. And let's go over here and check our ribs out. I got a little chicken on this side too. And this was cooking a little bit slower, so you can see it's not quite as golden brown as that on the other side. But she getting right on in there, just the same. This is probably cooking at maybe 20 degrees higher. But the ribs looking good though, boy. They get a little spritz on that before we turn it. Come here, Mr. Spritz. Go on, shake it up a little bit. Now. Wow. Yeah, I don't know nothing about me. I do so. Now, the only thing about this rack sometimes is you can't get your spritz all the way down in between. However, like you spray it on top, it should drizzle down, and that's what I'm banking on, that it'll drizzle down in between. Come on. Sometimes a squirt bottle be flaming out on me. I gave it a nice review, but whew, I might have to get me another bottle. It'll work from weighing my hand out. And while I'm in here, I'm gonna go ahead and turn these one time. Go ahead and turn them. Boy, that thing look good. She's setting up good too. Got it poking. You see it's starting to get a little bounce in it. You see it. You see that little wiggle in there. And hit it with a little more spritz. Give about 10 more minutes and I'm gonna wrap these ribs, let that chicken continue to go. And put a little sauce on the chicken. And then another 20 minutes, that chicken ought to be about ready. Labor Day weekend, holla at your boy, Milbo. All right, so I'm putting my barbecue sauce on here. Sweet Baby Ray's hickory brown sugar. And I usually switch it up a little bit. I do a little bit different sauce on different items. So this is Sweet Baby Ray's hickory and brown sugar. I usually do some other sauces and everything too. I done use most of the other ones up. So I think all I got today is Sweet Baby Ray's, but I do have different flavors of Sweet Baby Ray's. So this one is hickory and brown sugar. This one is honey barbecue. So I'm gonna do all of these right here, hickory and brown sugar. And then on the other grill over there, I'm gonna do hickory barbecue. It may not be a whole lot of difference, but you know, we like to play around with it a little bit anyway, cause we can. And if you can do it, why don't you? That's all I'm saying. All right, now remember to burp it. Woo. Woo. All right, now you can see them right there looking real good. Cause it's been running at a little higher temp. This been running at about 370, 375. These over on this side been running at about 325. So this one's got a little bit more of a golden brown on it. All right, so on these, I'm gonna do the other sauce, which is the hickory barbecue sauce. And I know you're looking at that glass right there. I don't endorse drinking, but that's that 1792 right there. Bourbon. Got me right too. All I do is just put like a little squeeze of barbecue sauce on it, and now I'm gonna take my my mop and spread that around. I mean, it ain't rocket science, my people, but you gotta be in control. You gotta be in control of the grill. That's all I'm saying. Just be in control of the grill. I know it's a lot of pit masters out there. People think that they know what they doing. You know, now this is just like a little base coat. And of course, now when you get it on your plate, you can add more sauce or whatever, but this is just how I do. I like to get that on there. And so if you grab it and you don't do nothing to it, now some people just like to smoke their food and don't put no sauce on it, and that's all right too. I like to have a little sauce on mine, and then cause that, you know, that's my signature. It's a little sauce. I'm gonna get to a point to where ooh, that thing hot. I'm gonna get to a point to where I start making my own sauce. But right now, woo, that thing hot. Sauces that I like, I go ahead and use them. My God, that thing hot. You hear me? All right. So now I just need to turn them puppies over to the other side. Missed that one right there. Got that sauce. Woo! Boy, that thing is hot. You see what I mean? God bless a child. You get caught up in a fire. There's just 5 seconds on my hand and I can't stand. Shout out to the firefighters out there. Alright, we're going to do the same thing here. Put a little bit of sauce. Oops. Went with the wrong one. On this side over here is supposed to be the hickory honey, the honey barbecue. The other one is the hickory. So I'm glad I caught myself there. Man, that fire is hot, buddy. All right. Got them jokers all sauced up. So I'm gonna let them go for about 10 more minutes and we can get these off. These will be done. All right, so I'm getting ready to wrap the ribs. I got my foil out already. Now I'm about to go over here and get these ribs off the grill. I didn't burp at that time. I'm trying to do better. All right, so these been on for about an hour and 15, hour 30 minutes. I am going to wrap these. All right, so I got like barbecue sauce and brown sugar laid down on the foil. All right, I've put my ribs down here, and I got the barbecue sauce and brown sugar on the bottom, and then I'm going to hit it with a coat of barbecue sauce on top. And here we go. We're on the Sweet Baby Ray's honey barbecue. I'm going to hit it with a couple dabs there. And then also, I'm going to put a little bit of butter. All right, I got a little parquet squeeze right here. We're going to go right in on the top. And that's it. Now we're going to wrap and put it back on the grill for another hour. All right, second slab right here. Put my base coat of barbecue sauce down and parquet butter. Now on this one, I'm going to do a little different. My wife calls herself doing some seasoning and everything. I'm gonna add a little bit to this. I'm adding some B&B charcoal swine shaker to this one, and we'll see if there's a difference in the flavor when we start eating. All right, got them things all wrapped up. Old lady on my, you know what, about making sure it have a little bite in the ribs, and once it do our time to make it tender, we'll put it back on the fire so that it can tack up a little bit and make sure it have a little bite in it. Won't he do it? All right, checking my chicken, Burp. Man, don't that look good right there? I ain't lying. Let me put a little spritz on that right there. Spritz it, me elbow. Spritz it. That right there about ready. I ain't lying. It's been like an hour and 20 minutes, and it's been at probably about 375 the whole time. So she's about ready. Next time my wife comes out here and check on me, I'm gonna be like, yeah, it's ready, baby. That's how I do. All right, let's check on the chicken over here, and I've already wrapped the ribs, so the ribs got to go for another hour, and then we're gonna put it on for another 15 minutes to let it tack up on the open flame. All right, we got that thing all wrapped up right there. Won't he do it? Got that chicken sitting back over in the cut. Put a little spritz on it. And again, this right here been cooking a little bit slower than the one on the other side. So it's gonna probably be the best right here on the for real. May not look like the best right now. Woo! But I tell you, boy, that thing gonna be good. Holla at your boy. All right, and that's what them ribs looking like. What you say now? Boy, that thing gonna eat good when I slice through that thing right there. I'm just saying. Happy Labor Day to all y'all out there. Holla at your boy, Bo. Won't he do it? Yes, he will. All right, so now we got to do the flexibility test, or what we call tenderness test. If it flop, you know it's right. Won't he do it? Boy, what you say? I got a bone and fell out. That thing right. Gonna go and get him off of here, get him in the house. Kids ready to eat. God is good. Holla at your boy. What my name is, Shawty. Boy, it's about to go down. I'm just saying. I ain't playing no game with me, Bo. All right, my friends, getting ready to try that tomahawk. Had these puppies right here, marinating overnight in the fridge. Gonna unwrap them and get them on the indirect heat. All right, so I got them on here. I put some foil on the tips there so that bone don't get a whole lot of char on it. We got the half moon plate in there, so doing indirect heat. Got all my coals over on this side, steak on this side. Once I close this down, that flame will go out. One new thing I'm gonna start today is working with this probe right here. And usually we eyeball it, a real barbecue man usually just eyeball it, but they got all this new technology out now, and when your steak's so thick, you want to make sure you have it the perfect temperature so you can get it just like you want it. If you want it medium or medium well or well done, there's a temperature associated with that internal. So we're shooting for medium, so I'm looking for like a 115, 120 internal temp. So let's get these probes in.
Milbo's Tomahawk Steaks right here. We're about to reverse sear.
That's what we're about to do. Now, I'm working with it cowboy style here. This is how I do, you know what I'm saying? Every now and again, you got to branch out, try something new. Tomahawk Steak, I'm working with my probes. I got my degrees and everything on here. 120 for sort of like a little bit more than medium, in that 115 range, 117 for medium. That's for my wife. All right, so now what we're gonna do is the reverse sear. We've had it on indirect heat for the past 30, 40 minutes. And so I got my charcoal on one side, and it was just getting kind of indirect heat across the steak. Now for that sear, I'm gonna put the steak right across these coals right here. And we're gonna let it go 2 minutes on each side. That's gonna give us a nice little crisping of it, and give us a nice sear on both sides. I'll move this one over first.
You gotta put that part over there, the meaty part over there.
And that would be my mother-in-law getting into the field.
you need the meat part over there, the charcoal.
All right, so now we got them on there. We're gonna close it down. Get on up over in there, sweetie, so you can see up over in there. Get a close up on and see all that right there. All right, now, gonna put it down, and we're gonna go for 2 minutes. All right, we're getting that good sear. And we're at about 2 minutes now. Gonna switch it up and turn it over to the other side. Reverse sear is just about complete. Got 1 more minute, and we'll take them off the fire. And we'll top it off with a little chimichurri.